If you're thinking about upgrading to a laser tape measure, let me tell you it's one of those tools that once you try it, you genuinely wonder how you ever managed without one. Imagine having a traditional tape measure and a laser distance meter in the same hand, capable of calculating distances, areas, and volumes in a second. It's brilliant. Whether you're a construction professional who needs millimeter precision or someone who simply wants to hang a few pictures without losing their mind, there's a laser tape measure here that's perfect for you. I've picked 7 models covering everything from very affordable options to proper professional-grade beasts, and all of them are available in Europe with the links in the video description. Let's dive in! We start with the Prexiso PLT40L-IA, a 2-in-1 hybrid that combines a laser with a 40-meter range and a 5-meter physical tape. The first thing that stands out is the magnetic hook, which grips firmly onto metal studs, steel beams, or ducting, so you can measure on your own without anyone holding the other end. The backlit color display looks great in dark spaces like basements or storage rooms, and switching between meters, feet, and inches is just a button press away. Picture this. You're redecorating your living room and need to find the exact center of the ceiling for a pendant light. You activate continuous measurement mode, walk across the room, and the laser updates the distance in real time until you hit the perfect spot. Then you switch to the physical tape to measure the window frame for made-to-measure curtains, all without putting the tool down. The housing is a touch bulky because it has to accommodate the tape reel alongside the laser optics, and resting it completely flat against a wall takes a little practice, but once you get the hang of it, everything flows nicely. The battery is USB-C rechargeable with a remarkable endurance of up to 5,000 measurements, so it will rarely leave you stranded mid-job. Now, if what you're after isn't so much a long-range laser but rather next-level mechanical precision, the Recon T1M utility is an entirely different proposition. This device doesn't fire a laser beam. Instead, it digitally reads the tape itself as you extend it, thanks to a patented optical encoding system that translates every millimeter of the blade into an instant digital readout accurate to 1/32 of an inch. Pretty impressive, right? It also stores over 1,000 measurements internally and sends them via Bluetooth to your phone. Forget scribbling numbers on scraps of cardboard because your entire cut list sits on your phone screen, organized and ready to use. And here's something really clever. It has a marking square built into the housing, so right after taking a measurement, you can scribe a perpendicular line without reaching for another tool. The blade is a replaceable cartridge too. If it gets kinked or rusty over time, you swap just the tape and keep all the electronics. Compared to the Prexiso, the Recon T1M trades laser range for absolute mechanical reliability, unaffected by sunlight or dust. It weighs roughly 33% more than a conventional tape measure, though that's a small price for the amount of time it saves. Moving on to the Huepar DT30, probably the smartest entry point into the world of laser tape measures. It combines a 60-meter laser with a 5-meter tape, calculates areas, volumes, and Pythagorean measurements, and stores 50 groups of data. What I find particularly well thought out is the mechanical brake on the blade. While on other models a sudden retraction can jolt the internal sensors, here you manually control the retraction speed, protecting the optics. The 380 mAh battery charges via USB-C from any phone charger, doing away with disposable batteries. The ideal scenario? An estate agent arriving at an empty commercial unit, measuring the total square meterage with the laser in seconds, and then using the tape to check doors and windows. All without switching tools. Indoors, the precision is spot on. Outdoors, in strong sunlight, the laser loses some visibility at longer distances, so bear that in mind if you mainly work outside. If you need something more sophisticated, the Isovuz P760M raises the bar with a built-in digital inclinometer. It's a 3-in-1 featuring a 60-meter laser, tape with instant digital readout, and a green laser line for leveling. The inclinometer is key. You can measure beam angles, calculate roof pitches, or work out the geometry of a staircase without any additional tools. It also lets you add and subtract consecutive measurements on screen to get running totals. Imagine calculating linear meters of skirting board along a hallway with alcoves and recesses. You measure section by section and the tool gives you the total instantly, no calculator needed. The memory stores up to 99 groups, considerably more than most rivals. It runs on 3 AAA batteries rather than a rechargeable pack, which is less convenient than USB-C on other models. But on the plus side, you can always pick up batteries at any hardware shop if you run out of charge on site. The confirmation beep can feel a bit loud in quiet environments, though it does its job when you can't glance at the screen. The Fahafana M3 is a compact gem that genuinely surprised me. It features a laser with a 40-meter range and a 5-meter tape housed in a sturdy, drop-resistant casing that feels considerably tougher than the standard ABS plastics you find elsewhere. The display shows the current measurement alongside the two previous ones simultaneously, acting as an instant visual memory. Brilliant when you're up a ladder measuring gaps for fitted wardrobes and don't want to lose track. The laser response is extremely quick, between 0.1 and 3 seconds, and the weight is remarkably low. Compared to the iChavus, the Fahefana bets on extreme durability and interface clarity rather than advanced mathematical functions, so the choice depends on whether you prioritize toughness or calculation power. In environments with lots of airborne dust, such as demolition zones or heavy sanding, the laser can scatter slightly, so in those cases stick to the physical tape. The WADMI 3-in-1 brings something that makes a real difference: a green laser. And that matters because green is significantly more visible than red in ambient light conditions, so in bright living rooms with large windows you'll see the dot far more clearly. It has a range of 40 or 60 meters depending on the version, a 5-meter tape with strong magnets on the hook, and an automatic laser shutoff button that prevents it from staying on and draining the battery. On the top of the housing, it has fractional equivalences printed, a practical detail for anyone who doesn't do conversions in their head easily. For people with tired eyesight or those just getting started with DIY, the large LCD screen turns measurements into instantly legible data, removing the uncertainty of trying to decipher tiny markings on a conventional tape. The physical tape is marked in inches and centimeters but doesn't include millimeters, which for fine metric carpentry work can feel a touch limiting. And we finish with the Recon T1 Tomahawk, the definitive tool for large-scale construction professionals. Like its smaller sibling, the T1M, it doesn't use a laser to measure, but rather optical encoding of the blade itself, accurate to 1/32 of an inch. But here, everything is scaled up. Dual display, a main OLED screen, and a side-mounted e-paper panel that reads perfectly in the harshest sunlight and stores the last 1,000 measurements in a scrollable list. It has a green alignment laser, a removable hot swappable battery, and Bluetooth syncing to export data to PDF plans or spreadsheets. A site manager can walk through an entire building, take 50 measurements, group them by category, and send them to the fabrication team while still measuring. It sits firmly in the premium tier and weighs just over 760 grams, so it's not for occasional weekend use, but if measuring is your daily bread, it genuinely changes how you work. So, which one to choose? If you're looking for an affordable entry into DIY and home projects, the Huepar DT30 and the Fahefana M3 are fantastic. The Huepar for range and after-sales support, the Fahefana for durability and screen clarity. If you're a self-employed professional who needs quick volume and area calculations, the WADMI with its green laser and the iChavus with its inclinometer will make your life considerably easier. For precision carpentry and solo work, the Recon T1M utility is unbeatable. And if you manage large-scale commercial projects, the Recon T1 Tomahawk is simply on another level. All the links are in the description, so scroll down and take a look at whichever suits you best. If you found the video helpful, subscribe so you don't miss the next roundup. See you in the next one!